Hey everybody. Okay, so today we're going to be, let me move this down so it's a little bit more even. All right, and let me see if I can, we're multiplying, we're going to multiply fractions. And remember that we are talking about showing it in different ways. So the first problem, just increase, is Jessie handed out 1/9 of the cake to each of her 3 friends. So you notice that I am going to circle the 1/9 of 3 friends. How much cake was given out altogether? All right, so on this one here, I know that it's going to be 1/9 times, this is of 3 friends, which means completing the sentence, there would be 3 groups of 1/9. Now, when we're multiplying this out, we said that we were going to multiply straight across. To make this 3 into a fraction, we have a whole number 3, the 3 friends. I'm going to put 1 underneath. This makes sense because 1 goes into 3 3 times, and so we still have the same value of 3 wholes. And I'll show you here. Because I need to keep the same value, 1 goes into 3 times, because 1 times 3 equals 3, and 0. Just like we did with the improper fractions to mixed numbers. Oh, there was a pop-up that just came up on my phone that says expect snow flurries in San Antonio. I don't know if that's possible or if it's going to happen, but we will soon find out. But I still hope we have school tomorrow. So this is 3. So the value of 3 does not change. So this is why we put 1 underneath. Now we said that we were going to multiply straight across. So this now becomes 1 times 3 over 9 times 1 equals 3/9. I'm going to keep it that way just for right now, but we're going to simplify it later. And so if I think about how you would simplify that. I'm going to draw a model. So here I have 3 friends. So I'm going to draw out 3 friends. And in my first friend, I need to represent 1/9. So I'm going to have, looking at my denominator, how many equal parts do I have? So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So there's 9 equal parts. If I draw 8 lines, 9 equal parts. How many am I going to shade in? This is 1. My denominator tells me the total number of equal parts. My numerator tells me how many I'm going to shade. So I need to do this 3 times because I had the 3 groups or 3 friends. And I'm going to do it a 3rd time. And so then my 3rd one here, I'm going to make 9 equal parts and shade in. And so now I have 1, 2, 3, 1/9. And so this is 1/9, this is 1/9, and this is 1/9, and this all equals to 3/9. Repeated addition. Well, I'm going to have the 3 groups of 1/9, so this becomes 1/9 plus 1/9 plus 1/9 equals 3/9. And we'll still simplify, but we'll go through that in just a second. On a number line, I'm going to have 0, and this is 1/9, 2/9, 3/9. So just use that line right there. That'll work out. 4/9, 5/9. I can go all the way up to the 9/9 for the whole. 6/9, 7/9, 8/9, and 9/9 or 1 whole. So now I'm going to start here at my 0 and I'm going to jump. So I need to jump 3 wholes, right? So I was going to jump 1 jump, 2 jumps, 3 jumps, and here is my answer right there, 3/9. And that's what you're going to do to solve that. I need to see this right here that you circled, the of meaning multiplication of the three groups. I need you to bracket your question, how much cake was given all together, and then the operation is multiplication. We know that it's going to be multiplication. It's because the all together would be that repeated addition, right? And we said that multiplication is the shortcut to repeated addition. All right, and so that's what you have for the first one. Let's look at the next problem. I'm going to flip over here. You are using a recipe to make brownies. Now, one tray of brownies calls for 1/4 cup of sugar. You need to make 6 trays of brownies of your class. So how many cups of sugar will you need to make the brownies? So I'm going to bracket this. I have 6 trays of the brownies, and I need 1/4 cup of sugar. And I need to know how many cups will I need. So this is going to be 1/4 of the 6 trays, because it's going to be 1/4 cup of sugar for each tray of each tray. So now I'm going to place this under 1, make the 6 into a whole number. So it'll be 1 times 6 over 4 times 1. So this makes it 6/4. Oh, we didn't simplify on the other one. I'll go back and do that in just a second. I'm going to complete the sentence. I'm going to have 6 groups of 1/4, and that's what that is. So I'm going to make my first tray of brownies. Here's tray number 1. My denominator is 4. That's the total number of equal parts. So now I need to represent that here. 1 part, 2 part, 3 part, and 4. So I need to draw 3 lines. Out of that, I need 1 cup of sugar. So this is going to be 1/4. I need to do this 6 times because this is now going to be tray 6. So this is tray 2. I'm going to do tray 3, tray 4. Oops, I'm kind of running out of room right there. Tray 5. And then I'll do tray 6 right here. So this is tray 5 and tray 6. Each one of these is 1/4. So I have 1/4, 2/4, 3/4, 4/4, 5/4, and 6/4. I'm going to just put the 1/4 here of sugar. Know what your 1/4 represents. Now repeated addition. Okay, well, I'm going to have 6 trays of that. Each tray needs 1/4 cup of sugar, so it's 1/4 plus 1/4 plus 1/4 plus 1/4 plus 1/4 plus 1/4. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 equals 6/4. I know that they're improper fractions. It's going to be greater than 1. So I can simplify it. So here with my 6/4, 4 goes into 6 one time with 4, 5, 6, 2 left over. I know that these are 2 even numbers which can be split in half or divided. So if I have 2 cookies, I can share this with me and Miss Davis. So this will be divided by 2. If I do it to my numerator, I do it to my denominator. So then it becomes 1 and 1/4. 4th. And that's my final answer. I'll do the same here. And this, if you're curious, remember this fraction bar is also my dividing bar, which is right here. This just separates the dividend with the quotient. So this is 4 goes into 6 one time. That's 4. I subtract out. That's 2. Remember, this is my whole number. My quotient now becomes the whole number. My remainder now becomes the numerator. And my divisor is still my dividend. They're two even numbers that I can split in half or divide by 2, and that becomes 1 and 1/2. Now let's put that on a number line. Anytime you need to catch up, pause this video so that you can catch up on that. And I know I'm going a little bit fast, but it's getting colder outside and I want to make sure I get home safely. So this is 0. I'm going to skip count by fourths. So this is 1/4, 2/4, which is the same as 1/2, 3/4, 4/4, which is the same as 1 whole, and this is 5/4, which is the same as 1 and 1/4, 6/4, which is the same as 1 and 2/4, or 1 and 1/2. So do you, oops, let me scoot that up. So you see how I just did that? Let me enlarge this just a bit. It worked yesterday, now it's not working today. So I had the 1/4, 2/4, which is the same as 1/2, 3/4, 4/4, this is my 1. 5/4 is the same as 1 and 1/4. 6/4 is the same as 1 and 2/4, or 1 and 1/2. And so we've simplified it. Now I'm going to do my 6 jumps starting at 0. So this is 1 jump, 2 jumps, 3 jumps, 4 jumps, 5, and my 6 tray. So 6 jumps. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 jumps. All right, let's go to the next problem. We only have 2 more left. Catherine walks her dog, oops, probably not on this weather, 2/3 of a mile each day. How far does she walk her dog in a week if she walks every day? How many days did we say a week was? Very good, it's 7 days. So make sure that you write that down there, bracket your question, 2/3 of a mile each day, and then how far does her, so this is that of, so I'm going to have my multiplication right there. So my equation then is going to be that she walks her dog 2/3 of how many days? 7 days. Now I'm going to place this. So some of you are thinking you can actually do this here. Remember that you're multiplying. So 2 times 7 over 3 times 1, and that makes it 14/3. I'm going to divide this here. So I'm looking for the how far she walks, how many miles. So it's how many miles. Three goes into 14, or you can subtract out 3/3 minus 3/3 minus 3/3, whatever for the wholes. So I know this is going to be, see, 4, 5 is too big, so it'll be 4. 3 times 4 is 12, and I'm left with 2. So then it equals, so she's walking 4 and 2/3 miles each day. To write that into a sentence, she's walking 7 groups of 2/3 each day. To drawing that into a model, I'm going to make mine smaller because I need to have 7 groups. So I'll actually just do it like this. And this is going to be 1 group, 2 groups, 3 groups, 4 groups, 5 groups. I'll make this one. Okay, so that's 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I need a total of 3. Let me make this just a little bit better. So this is going to be day 1, day 2, day 3, and don't forget to mark it because you can get easily lost in your pictures. And remember, we're doing these. This is what you're going to see on the star. You're going to be given the pictures and have to identify the problems. So the equations. They want to know, can you understand this? So I have 3 groups. Each group, each day, she walks 2 of the 3 parts. So I'm going to shade in here 1, 2. So that's 2, 1 third, 2/3, 1/3, 2/3, 1/3, 2/3, 1/3, 2/3. On day 6, 1/3, 2/3, and day 7, 1/3, 2/3. So here I have 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. So she's walked 14 thirds. I'm going to do it as repeated addition. So on day 1, it's 2/3. Day 2, it's 2/3. Day 3, it's 2/3. Day 4, it's 2/3. Day 5, it's 2/3. Day 6, 2/3. And day 7, 2/3. Now I'm going to add all of those up. Remember, my denominator stays the same. So it's 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14. And that's 14 thirds. To put that on a number line, I'm simply going to be skip counting as well. So it's 0. I'll just do 1/3. I'll just do 1/3, 2/3, 3/3, which is 1 whole, 4/3, which is 1 1/3, 5/3, which is 1 2/3, 6/3, which is 2 wholes. And you may want to do that because then you get into that practice of being able to see the equivalent fractions. So when you have to find, this really helps out when you're finding the inequalities or comparing your fractions of greater than or less than. You're in the habit of doing that. So now it's 7 thirds, which is going to be back at, now I'm at 2, and I'll start over at 1/3. 8 thirds is going to be 2 2/3. 9 thirds, which is 3 wholes. Now I'm at 10 thirds, which is 3 1/3. 11 thirds, which is 3 2/3. 12 thirds, which is now 4 wholes. 13 thirds, which is now 4 1/3. 14 thirds is now at 4 2/3. So now we've got its simplified fraction. So I'm going to jump 7. So I have 1, 2 days. Oh, I can't do that. What did I do wrong? I'm doing it by thirds, but here it's 2/3. So I'm going from here from 0. This is day 1 to 2/3. Now I'm going to, for day 2, I jump the 2/3 and I jump to 4/3. Day 3, I go to 6/3. Day 4, I go to 8/3. Day 5, I go to 10/3. Day 6, I go to 12/3. And day 7, I land on 14/3. So this is day 1, day 2, day 3, day 4, day 5, day 6, and now day 7. So we have now shown it as an equation. We have our sentence, our pictorial model, repeated addition, and the number line. We have one more to do. Gustavo practices the flute 3/4 of an hour each day. How many hours does he practice in every 2 weeks if he practices each day? Ooh, so how many weeks or how many days are in 2 weeks? Very good. It's going to be 14 days. And he practices 3/4 of an hour each day. So if it's each day, how many hours? So this is what I'm looking for. So it's going to be 3/4 of an hour each day for how many days? 14 days. So I need to make this into a fraction. So it's 14 over 1. I'm bringing this over. 3 times 14 over 4. So I'm going to just do this. You can do this in your head, very easy. 3 times 4 is 12. Regroup my 1. 3 times 1 is 3 plus 1 is 4. So this is 42 over 4. Now I'm going to divide that. So here I have 4 goes into 42. This is 1 time. Bring down my 2. 4 cannot go into 2, so it's 0. So he practices a total of 10 hours. This is now my remainder, is now my numerator. My divisor is still my denominator. So he practices 10 and 2/4, but I can simplify that, right? Half of 2 and half of 4. So it's going to be 10 and 1/4. Let me just do it this way. So in the 14 days, it's 10 and 1/4 hours that he practices. Completing this sentence, out of the 14 groups or 14 days, it's 3/4 of an hour. Now, drawing that as a model, I'm going to need to have 14 groups. So I'm going to actually kind of start up here and draw tiny groups. 1, 2, I need 13 lines. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. That's kind of, let me fix that. You could have actually divided, my brain is like, you could have done 7 and 7, so you can do that too. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And I'll use that black line as another group. Okay, I should have enough. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. And out of the 14, I need to have 4 groups. So this is, I'm going to split this in half, and then split the half in half. Oh, that was crooked. That's okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. So now I have 4 groups. So on the first one, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So this is 1/4, 2/4, 3/4, 1/4, 2/4, 3/4, 1/4, 2/4, 3/4. If you have colored pencils, that would really work out where you're alternating your color pencils and you'd be able to see it easily. We're going to be using those tomorrow. I hope we come to school because we have so much work to do in math. And I'm sure it's in reading and science too, but I'm the math teacher, so we have lots of stuff to do. Okay, so I'm shading all of these in. And yes, you could have split 7 and 7, and so you could have done that as well. All right, so now I have 3. This is my picture, so I have 3, 6, 9, 12, 14, and then 17, 14, 17. I messed up, so it's coming down to 14 times 3, and that'll give me the 42 that I have. Repeated addition, I'm going to do it 14 times, so it's 3/4 plus 3/4, that's 2, plus 3/4, that's 3, plus 3/4, that's 4, plus 3/4, that's 5, plus 3/4, that's 6, plus 3/4, that's 7, plus 3/4, that's 8, plus 3/4, that's 9, plus 3/4, that's 10, 3/4, that's 11, 12, 13, and 14. And that all equals to, when you're adding it up, would be the 42/4. Okay, so that's what it would look like. Now I'm going to skip count by 3/4. Otherwise, I won't get that in. Okay, so if I have 3/4, 6/4, 9/4, 12/4, 15/4, that's 18/4. Yeah, I messed up on that one when it said 19. It's like, that's not right. So that's 18. That makes it 21, because now I'm at 7. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Now I'm at 8, so it makes it 24/4. I'm at 9, so 9 times 3, that's 27/4. I'm at 10, so that's 30/4. I'm at 11, that's 33/4. I'm at 12, that's 36/4. I'm at 13, 39/4. 13, all right, and now I'm at 14, and that's at 42/4. All right, so now I'm going to jump here starting. So this is going to be day 1, day 2, day 3, day 4, day 5, day 6, day 7, day 8, day 9, day 10, day 11, day 12, day 13, and day 14. And this is where I end up at. So if you have this one right here, if you're going to be simplifying it, 4 goes into 6 one time with 2 left over, or 1 1/2. Okay, 4 goes into 9 twice. That's 8 with 1 left over. So do you see how I'm getting that? And then this is my 3, because 4 goes into 12 3 times. 4 goes into 15. That's 12. That's 12, 13, 14, 15. That's 3/4. I don't know. My brain just went, it's drifting off, so I'll bring it back. 4 goes into 18 4 times. That's 16 with 2/4 left over, and now I'm here, and that makes it 4 1/2. This is 5 1/4. I'm right here, and this makes it 6 because I've doubled that up, so I'm 3, 6. 4 goes into 27. How many times? So it'd be 6 3/4, and then 4 goes into 37, that's 28, and 2/4, which is 7 1/2. 4 goes into 33, 8, because that's 32 1/4, so I'm right there. And then this is 9, so 3, 6, 9. 4 goes into 39 9 times, and 3/4, and 4 goes into 42 10, and we have, because that's 40, and that's 2/4 left, or 10 and, oops, what did I do? Yeah, you see what I did right here? Just now caught it. I'm looking up there. I'm trying to check my work as I'm going through. So that makes it 10 1/2. Do you see my mistake? 4 divided by 2 is 2, and I put that 4. So if you caught that, great job. Let me know tomorrow, or leave me a message in the Google Classroom that you caught that. So this is going to be 2, not 2, 1 1/2, because this is where I'm at. So you can see where you can catch your mistakes. All right, so you practiced 10 1/2 hours. Good work. That was all for today, and I hope to see y'all tomorrow. Keep posted. If not, I'm going to post your assignment, extra practice into the Google Classroom tomorrow. Y'all take care. Bye.